Hello everybody and welcome again to another one of our story times. Today we are talking about the supermarket. I've chosen a really nice book here called King of the Supermarket. And then afterwards I want to talk to you about something that's a bit different about supermarkets at the moment. So shall we begin the story? Yeah? Okay. Do you want to go and sit over there and you can listen? Okay, off you go. Okay, right then. Okay, are we ready? Are you okay? Yeah, all right, Oscar. Yeah, that's okay. You can show them that in a minute. Yeah, okay, cool. He wants to show you something in a minute. We'll have a little look. Okay. Right, King of the Supermarket. Let's begin. Are we ready? It was a fine, bright, beautiful morning, and Daniel was going shopping with Saffron in her buggy. And they were all ready to go, and Grandma put on her coat and scarf and found her bag and her keys. And Daniel got some money left over from his birthday, and today he was going to spend it. I'm going to buy all the toys in the shop, he said. Toy shop, said Saffron. Can you see them? Yeah. Said Grandma, fixing the bobbles on Saffron's hair. Grandad looked out of the kitchen. Look after your Grandma, Daniel, in case she gets lost, he said. All right, says Daniel, and he opens the front door, and they're off. Everybody was out on the street this morning. What a rumbling of buses and roaring of drills and blaring of music from the shops. I'm going to buy a dumper truck, he said, when he saw the dumper truck go past on the street. Dumper wheels, said Saffron. Said Grandma, steering Saffron round. The machine's full of bubblegum balls outside the newsagent. Oh, I want one of those. Can I have one, said Daniel. That's a man on the street corner selling radios as well. Can you see him? So there's lots going on in this street. At the moment, it's not quite like that, is it? It's quite quiet on our streets at the moment. I'm going to buy one of these, says Daniel. I want the biggest one with the round red speakers. Oh no, said Grandma. The lights are changing. Now you can hold my hand tight, Daniel. We are crossing the road. I hope you hold Mummy's hand tight when you cross the road. Here's the supermarket. And the doors are wide open. Grandma and Saffron and Daniel go inside. It's so big in here. Everyone's bright and gleaming and busy and clean. On the fruit stall near the doors, she grabs a piece of fruit. Nice, says Saffron. Put that back quick, said Grandma, before the lady sees you. Now, where do they keep the biscuits now? And the eggs? And the cakes, said Gran. There are so many people by the food shelves that there's hardly any room to breathe. That's not how it should be, is it? It's not very good in here, said Grandma. Keep close to me, Daniel, otherwise you will get lost. Now, Saffron, dear, your shoes are coming off, said Grandma, as she bends down to pick them up. As she bends down to pick up Saffron's shoes, and behind her, Daniel sees the teddies. Oh, no. And Daniel wanders off to look at the teddies. When Grandma looks back, he can't find them anywhere. Wait for me right here by the toy shelf while I go and see if I can find Saffron's shoes, said Grandma. But did he wait? Oh, no. Daniel darts across to the shelf of teddies, but they're not real teddies at all. They're just china mugs. Daniel looks around. He can't see the toy shelf anywhere. He can't see Grandma and Saffron either. Oh, no. Does he look really sad? He does, doesn't he, Oscar? Daniel is on his own. Oh, no. And he's very, very scared. He starts to cry and people crowd round him and look at him. Where's your mum? Have you got lost? I'll find her, come with me. And she tries to catch hold of Daniel's arm, says the lady. But Daniel knows he must not go with strangers. And he pulls his arm away. No, he shouts. I don't want you. I want my Grandma. Very good for Daniel not to go with somebody, isn't it? There's a shopman nearby filling shelves in the shop. He comes up to see what the problem is. Tell you what, he says to Daniel, if I lift you up on my trolley, you might be able to see your grandma. How about that? Daniel stops crying and he nods, and the man lifts him up and stands him on the trolley. Now, Daniel, can you see the whole store? He feels like he's king of the supermarket. Best of all, he can see one bright orange scarf, and he knows anywhere that is his grandma. Wow, he can see the whole store, can't he? There you go, here comes Grandma. Grandma turns round at once and rushes up to Daniel, Saffron's buggy flying through the crowds. Where have you been? I've been waiting and waiting beside the toys, she said. Oh, cries Daniel, I thought they were teddies and they were not toys. I thought the toys were here. Oh, Daniel, said Grandma, I'm sorry. You gave me such a fright. I thought I'd lost you. Now you must just get down from there and we'll go on with our shopping. All right, said Daniel. Oh, it's very frightening if you get lost, isn't it? But Daniel was jumping with excitement over the head of the people because he could see, what could he see? He could see the toys. He let the man lift them down and he dragged Grandma and Saffron along to the toy shelf. Look, Grandma, he says, that's what I want, a monster. Wow, that's a great monster, isn't it? Looks about right, she says. You got your money safe and sound. Let's go along to the checkout. Daniel picked up the monster and takes out his money, and they go along to the checkout to pay the lady. Wah! Says Daniel, holding up his monster to frighten the checkout lady. Oh, she says, you scared me. Whoa, says Daniel, waggling the monster in front of Saffron. But she just laughed and tried to grab hold of it. Let's go along home, said Grandma, and see how much that monster scares your granddad. All right, said Daniel. Well, that was a good story, wasn't it? So, King of the Supermarket. Well, currently in the supermarket, it's not busy, is it, with people like this? You're going to see the supermarket like this. Okay? Now, the reason that is because we have to be very sensible. And you're going to see lots of things when you're out and about like this. Okay? Isn't that right, Oscar? Yeah. And, thank you, Oscar. I know there's another one. We'll show them the other one in a minute. And the reason that is that you need to make sure when we go out and about to the shops with Mummy and Daddy, okay, that they stay 2 metres away from the other person. We are not allowed to get close to people that we don't know, okay? So I'm going to show you the distance that it takes, okay? Oscar and I are going to show you the distance that it takes where we should be standing and somebody else should be standing. So if you go with Mummy and Daddy, what I want you to do is to make sure, are you coming, Oscar? Yeah, is to make sure that they are 2 metres away, and you need to be 2 metres away too. Oh yeah, you want to show that. Oscar's got another one here. You might, thank you, Oscar. You might see one like this as well. They could be in different colours. They might be different ways, but they're all saying 2 metres away. 2 metres away. Now let's have a little look. Helen's going to turn her camera around, okay, so you can see how far 2 metres away is. Are you ready? Okay, so it's quite a long way. Okay, we're going to spin it round. We're going to spin it round, and can you see how far it is for 2 metres?